I used to believe marriages didn't just fall apart overnight, that if you paid close attention, you'd always see the cracks forming. Turns out, some things break silently, like a pipe leaking behind a wall. You don't hear it until the damage is already done. By then, it's too late. My name is Alex. I'm 35, work in IT. Nothing flashy, just problem solving, leading teams, fixing systems. I've always approached life the same way, logically, calmly, steadily. No drama. My wife, Cheryl, on the other hand, worked in marketing. She was sharp, driven, and a little restless, but we balanced each other out. 12 years together, 7 of them married. We rarely fought, at least not in the beginning. Everything shifted last winter. Cheryl had hit a wall. She hated her job, felt invisible. One night, I came home and found her curled on the couch, takeout containers scattered around, a half-empty wine bottle on the table. Her eyes were puffy, mascara smudged. She looked at me like she was lost. "I don't even recognize myself anymore," she said. I told her to quit, to take a break, do something that made her feel alive again. "You used to love running," I reminded her. "Or maybe a gym, just something to shake things up." She looked at me, unreadable. "You think I need to lose weight?" she asked deadpan. "No," I said gently. "I think you need to feel better." A week later, we joined this trendy gym downtown. For a while, it was actually fun. We went together, joked around on treadmills, laughed about how sore we were. Cheryl started smiling again, sleeping better. For a brief moment, I thought maybe this was it, our reset. But then something changed. Cheryl started staying longer at the gym, taking extra classes, doing more cardio. That's when she met Brianna, a personal trainer who ran these intense boot camp sessions. Cheryl was hooked. I didn't think much of it at first. Figured it was good for her. But slowly, she stopped waiting for me to finish my sets. She'd scroll through her phone between workouts. Her energy felt different, sharper, distant. By spring, Cheryl wasn't just going to the gym. She had become part of it. She talked about people I'd never met. Jenna, Luke, Brianna. The gym wasn't a workout spot anymore. It was her social circle, her sanctuary. I was no longer part of that world. Our schedules drifted apart. She'd leave early or stay late. I stopped going. What was the point? It felt lonelier to be there with her than without her. One night at dinner, I told her, "You're barely home anymore." She didn't even look up from her phone. "I'm just keeping busy. You said I needed something for myself, remember?" "Yeah, but we don't even eat together anymore." She shrugged, her eyes glued to the screen. "I'm not doing anything wrong, Alex. I'm just trying to feel good in my own skin." That phrase, "not do anything wrong," it stuck with me. Too defensive, too specific. Then I saw a photo on Instagram. Cheryl with a few gym friends, cocktails in hand, a rooftop bar behind them. She hadn't told me she was going out that night. Didn't mention skipping dinner. When I asked, she smiled vaguely. "Oh, Brianna's birthday." Totally forgot to mention it. Forgot or chose not to. "Are we really doing this?" she snapped, interrogating me over Instagram posts. "I just want to know what's going on." "Nothing is going on," she said, already walking away. But something was going on. I just didn't know what. By June, we had stopped talking, really talking. Our conversations were just calendars and errands. Pick up dry cleaning. Don't wait up. Already grabbed dinner. And then one Friday night, she came home late. Midnight. I was dozing on the couch when she walked in, heels in hand. "Long night?" I asked. "Yeah." We grabbed food after class. Lost track of time. She exhaled, annoyed. "Alex, I'm not cheating on you." I hadn't even said the word. "Why would you say that?" I asked. "Unless—" "Because you've been paranoid," she cut in. "I can't breathe without you watching me like I'm doing something wrong." I followed her down the hall. "I just want to understand what changed." "Maybe I'm changing," she said. "Is that so terrible?" That night, I slept on the couch. A few days later, my friend Thomas texted, "Hey, saw Cheryl at West Loop Bar. She was with some guy. Didn't look super friendly. Thought you should know. I stared at the message for 5 minutes. Are you sure it was her? Positive. She was wearing that green dress from your anniversary pics. That night, I didn't confront her. Just watched her move through our apartment like everything was fine. But inside, something cracked. The next morning, her phone buzzed while she was in the shower. A text from someone named Jason. Last night was worth it. Worth what? I didn't open it. I didn't need to. That evening, I asked, Cheryl, is there someone else? She looked at me quietly. Do you really want the answer to that? Yes. Silence. Then she sat down, still in her gym clothes, hair damp from a shower. His name's Jason. He goes to the gym. I waited. I didn't plan it, she said. I wasn't looking for anything. It just happened. That's what people say when they don't want to take responsibility. She winced. I'm not proud of it. I felt stuck. You were so calm, so predictable. I needed something different. Sneaking around with someone from your gym made you feel alive? Don't act like this is all on me, she snapped. You checked out first. That hit different. I checked out. I leaned forward. I've been trying to connect. Asking you where you were, what was going on. You shut me out. Because you made me feel small. Judged. I didn't know how to talk to you anymore. Every time I tried, you looked at me like I was breaking something sacred. You were. She went quiet, then said something I'll never forget. I changed, Alex. I worked hard. I feel confident now. And being with you just feels like settling. That landed like a slap. Not because she said it, but because I think she truly believed it. 3 days later, she moved out, took her blender, yoga mats, half the silverware, left a note on the counter. Not a letter. Just, asterisk, I hope you understand someday. I didn't mean to hurt you. Asterisk, her wedding ring was still in the bathroom drawer. For a week, I didn't tell anyone. Not my parents, not my co-workers, not even Thomas. I just came home to a half-empty apartment and sat with those words echoing in my head. Being with you feels like settling. I didn't beg, didn't chase. What was there to say to someone who already decided you weren't enough? I started seeing her on social media through mutual friends, rooftop bars, group hikes, smiling in every picture. Jason was in some of them too, always next to her, always looking like he belonged. I didn't comment, didn't reach out. One morning, I walked into a regular gym, not hers. No smoothie bars, no influencers, just weights and sweat. It helped. I started going regularly, not for revenge, not to get hot, just for something solid, something I could control. I met with a lawyer, filed for divorce. Work improved. I stayed late, took more projects. Even caught the eye of a new hire, Jessica, who asked if I wanted to grab coffee. I said no, not because I wasn't interested, but because I wasn't ready. I didn't want chaos. I wanted peace. Then Cheryl emailed me. Just 2 lines. Hope you're doing okay. I stared at it for a full minute. Then I closed the tab. A few months later, the divorce was final. And then on a quiet Sunday, she showed up. I'd just come back from a run. Sweat still on my brow, headphones around my neck. She stood outside my apartment, holding to-go cup like nothing had happened. Hey, she said. I didn't move. Why are you here? I was nearby, thought we could talk. She walked inside, looked around. Not much had changed, but was mine now, not ours. I like what you've done with it, she said. I stayed standing. Jason and I, it didn't work out. I didn't say anything. I made a mistake, Alex. I thought I wanted something exciting, but all I found was noise. Shallow people, parties that meant nothing. She looked at me, soft. You were steady, kind. I miss that. I miss you. I'm not a backup plan. That's not what this is. You left, lied, disrespected what we had. And now that the thrill is gone, you want to come back? I'm not asking for everything, she whispered. Just coffee, a start. I paused. She looked hopeful. Then I shook my head. I'm not that version of myself anymore. She blinked, looked down. So that's it. I opened the door. Take care of yourself, Cheryl. She walked out without a word. 3 weeks later, Thomas mentioned Jason was dating someone new. Cheryl wasn't handling it well. She started skipping work, unfollowed our mutual friends, deleted her gym posts. I didn't reach out. Almost a year had passed when her final message came, long apologetic. She said Jason had meant nothing, that I had been her safe place, that she'd give anything just to talk. I replied, Asterisk, I forgive you, Cheryl. Take care of yourself. Asterisk. That was all I had left to give. I'd spent months peeling her out of my life, out of my routines, my memories, my mind, not out of anger, not out of revenge, just for peace. Now I'm with someone new. Slowly. No fireworks. Just warm breakfast, easy laughter, quiet understanding. Her name is Hannah. She listens, and when I speak, I feel heard. Closure didn't come in some grand scene of triumph. It came in silence, in letting go, because sometimes love doesn't end with a fight. It ends with a choice, to stop bleeding for someone who wouldn't stop cutting. And in that silence, I found myself again.